Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I am not good at walking, but this dog is good at playing football. Yeah, that's a good segue. This is the sequel, the 1998 sequel to the original Air Bud film, which came out in 1997. It is an hour and 31 minutes long, and you get to see a dog not play basketball again. He's taken on a new sport. He has a passion for football, and yes, he is just fantastic. He's a golden receiver. Airbud golden receiver. And everybody is just tickled. Sure, the opposing team, there's certain things that happen in an Airbud film, even this early into the franchise. It is going to be repeated through each of the films, at least until he has progeny that he fathers, and there's like a half dozen talking dogs, which was a mistake. But I just don't like talking animals with their digital mouth moving. Yeah, I don't like that. These are pleasant enough. Yes, even though they're not made for me, they're pleasant enough in the fact that it's a good story for kids. It's a family film. It shows kids, give them confidence and determination, and maybe also learn sort of life lessons. In this case, Josh, who is our main character, played by Kevin Zegers, he he's still kind of reeling from not having a dad, and he's when mom starts dating again a lot, and she just happens to make a connection with Buddy's doctor, like his veterinarian, who's really good with Buddy. At first, it seems a little, the way they portray it seems like it's a little sinister. Like he's got all the answers, and Buddy's opens up to him and lets him pet him and give him his shots and everything else without being a struggle, without being a problem. He usually doesn't like going to the doctors, but somehow he really likes this guy, and his guy is Dr. Patrick Sullivan, played by Gregory Harrison. So you get a mom romance in this, and will Josh come to terms with this new guy in his life who isn't his dad? Well, yeah, it's not his dad, but can he accept him as somebody that could be maybe someday part of their family? Well, you have to watch to find out. Buddy certainly seems to like him, and he loves football now, not basketball. He's a football dog, and American football dog, because the soccer one, that one comes later. That one's we already watched that one. World Pup in 2000. That is a movie. So that is actually came. That's the third one. That's the third one from what I can tell here, because it's 1997, 98, and 2000. They took 99 off. It was all about Star Wars, and you really can't find a spot in the box office with Episode 1 taking over everything, and The Matrix. So, Air Bud in The Matrix. What if he's a virtual dog? That would be kind of neat. That would probably be a big special effects budget, so they won't do that. They are rebooting it, however. Did I say that already? They are rebooting it, and I get this information not from Disney, but from John Oliver on HBO. So, his show is not for little ones. It has lots of strong language and innuendo and things like that. But he does talk about, in 3 webisodes you can find on YouTube, just talking about Air Bud, the return of Air Bud, and why he can't get the lead role of Buddy. There's no rule in the rule book that says a human cannot play a sports playing dog. That's his logic. But if you want to get a nice, more mature adult kick out of this whole Air Bud thing, watch those on YouTube when you get a chance. But what we get here is, yes, Josh learning to accept not just Buddy's new, just flaky interest in different sports. Like, he was all basketball, now he's football. The next one's going to be soccer. And then there's volleyball at some point, and yeah, there's a whole, he's doing it all. And then he finds girls, or female dogs, and then And he makes puppies, and they help Santa Claus, and they go into space, and they do spooky stuff, and they did help Santa at least twice, maybe 3 times. I can't remember. But all that said, Josh just has to, try to accept this possible new father figure in his life, and also learn how to play football himself. Because it seems like whatever Josh wants to do, this guy seems to want to do it as well. But he's the one, when Josh gets down on himself and doesn't really think he has what it takes, well, him joining the team just makes things so much better because his best friend's there. Well, his human best friend is also there. He gives him the idea of joining the football team because girls, and also because, they're in 8th grade now. They're mature. They're growing up. And why not bring the dog with you? And, again, I'm pretty sure Air Bud is just like an attention hog. Buddy is just an attention hog. By the way, the second, this is not the same Buddy from the first film. There's a thing at the very end of the film that says, "In memory of the original Buddy." Now, unless this is based on a true story, and there was a Buddy that played basketball back in the day, and then moved on to football, and eventually soccer, and then volleyball, and high and hockey, and I don't know, pickleball. I really doubt that's the case, but in this, the first Buddy is the one and only. So this is not the only, but he was the original, and he's not in this one. And I imagine there have been other Buddies since. This guy, he's a real character. He has a great look to him. Big floppy tongue out the side of the mouth. When he gets on a nice, he's a go-getter. Good for him. Hopefully he was in a few more of these films. So, and by the way, with the new film coming out probably in 2026, they finished filming, so I guess it just has to go to post. We'll see a new Air Bud next year probably. We just get Josh going through all of his stuff. Did I say Kevin Zegers? His mom is back. Cynthia Stevenson. Gregory Harrison is the potential new boyfriend, and you can't have an Air Bud thing without really goofy bad guys trying to kidnap him, which they succeed. They at least 2 films in a row, not counting the future ones, but 2 films in a row, they succeed at their bumbling plans. They're always bumbling. They're not ever really threatening. They're not the kind of... Sure, this clown was scary in the last one. He was a little freaky. But the referees are the same, and so is the plot line where the dog gets kidnapped because they want to make a Russian circus. Yes, Nora Dunn from Saturday Night Live, she is the leader of this, and she's working with Perry Anzalotti as Popov, and they succeed for long enough to keep Buddy from getting to the game on time, and everybody's, yes, I know spoilers, but he's going to make it to the game eventually. He and the other animals figure out a way to escape. Apparently they never had the motivation until the dog got there, and because that's what Buddy does. He's an inspiration. So yeah, they save the day, and of course there's a kid who tackles. It's like a 185-pound teenager. By the way, Josh and his buddy are like in junior high. They're like 8th graders for like the big championship game. I swear they're playing a college team. They're huge. They're twice as Josh's size, and one of them is 185 pounds and lands on top of Buddy at one point. Just, yes, it's a plush dog. Nobody's actually body slamming an actual golden retriever. It looks like somebody just body slammed a stuffed dog. It's fine. It's fine. It's the way it should be. I don't want to have the impression when I go to bed tonight, hiding under my covers, thinking that there's a dog out there that was actually tackled and harmed in some way. I don't want that. I don't want that on my conscience, even though I did not do it. But, yeah. Of course, Buddy's out, but what are they going to do when Buddy's out? They can't win football games without a dog. Who can win football games without a dog? You need that in today's sports. He's going to join F1 next year. I'm going to see him in Vegas, yeah. Buddy, F1. It's Disney. You had Mickey Mouse at F1 and Mickey and Minnie at F1. Air Bud next year, 2 years from now, whatever. He's going to learn how to drive. Drive really fast and make sharp turns around Planet Hollywood and zoom past the Bellagio and the Sphere. Yeah. Okay, that's a tangent. But one of the great things I found watching this is that every once in a while they have a little bit of fun for the older folks, like me. Yes, the same referees, at least one of the referees, he's been through the entire franchise up to the last film. I don't know if he'll be in the new one or not. But we get cameos as announcers, Tim Conway and Dick Martin. I think Dick Martin was also on the Carol Burnett show with him, or he was in something else. Or he plays the dummy to Tim Conway's exasperated co-announcer. Yeah, they're really just there for the older people to go. For when the grandparents have to babysit the toddlers, they want to watch Air Bud, okay. And then when the grandparents see, oh my gosh, that's Tim Conway and Dick Martin, what? I'm going to suddenly watch this film. I don't remember them appearing in any other films, but hey, you got my vote when you put Tim Conway and Dick Martin in a film. So, why not? They couldn't get Harvey Korman, but still, I don't think Harvey Korman had passed. Is he still alive? I don't know. Either way, this is an Air Bud film. That's all I can really tell you. It's either you're going to like it or you're just not going to like it. If you're not going to like it, it's because it really wasn't made for you. You probably like other things, and that's okay. It's really easy to punch down on this and really easy to just make fun of and go, ugh, Air Bud. And I do that sometimes. Like, oh my gosh, I have another Air Bud movie to watch. Thankfully, only one more, except for the new one that comes out eventually. If I'm not done with this series by the time that comes out. Either way, yeah, it's not for you. It's okay. Don't watch it. You don't have to watch it. But you know what? Don't deny the children in your life who like dogs and sports the opportunity to identify with a young Josh or teenage Josh, or probably going off to college Josh at some point, and a dog that plays sports. A very soft football is caught many, many times throughout this film. A very non-regulation soft football is caught in the jaws of a golden retriever. So there's all kinds of movies. Not everything has to be for everybody, but it's still fun. All right, I have to tell you right now, that was the last movie that we're randomly picking for the rest of the year. Randomly, that's the last random one. Why? Well, I was worried. I was preparing my 12 Days of Christmas episodes last week, and I came to the realization I don't think I have enough Christmas stuff, because we've gone through a lot of stuff. We're well over 2,200 episodes at this point, and this will be my last Christmas doing this, unless a whole lot of stuff gets added to Disney Plus that is properly Disney Plus. I'll get back to that. Disney's lowered its standards with content recently. Yeah, I will get back to that. So I start looking for things, making sure, going through the records on Disney Plus, trying to figure out if there's anything Christmas, holiday, whatever. And I do find something. Disney Plus has added loads and loads and loads of Lifetime Christmas movies. Like the Hallmark Christmas movies? Well, Lifetime also has cornered the market on those movies. The ones where it's the holidays and somebody comes home from the big city and then runs into a man who wears plaid shirts a lot, and they just don't get along at first, but then they do, and they fall in love, and they learn the true meaning of Christmas, and there might be magic, or Santa will show up in the body of a a guy who runs a hotel or something, or maybe he makes cocoa on a street corner somewhere. I don't know. There's a lot. There's so many. And by divine providence, we were blessed with the fact that I have got a month's worth of Christmas stuff. And it actually works out that all of the Lifetime Christmas stuff fills in the rest of the days that I do not already have assigned to just little musical specials, like Christmas specials that already existed, cooking specials like with Rachel Ray, or shorts, little short stories, animations, things like that. I put those in first, and then I filled in the movies, and I suddenly got 30, almost 31 Christmas things. It's gonna be a grind because I'm not a fan of these things. I make fun of family members who watch these things. But we've had a handful of these in the past. They weren't necessarily titled, Lifetime. They didn't have the little Lifetime logo in the corner. But, yeah, we're going to do that. We're not doing Hallmark. And by the way, there are other Lifetime movies now just filling the programming on Disney Plus that you can watch any other time of the year, because it's all about murder. Women being hunted or chased or murdered, or I don't know. There's just a lot of, crime drama on Lifetime. And there's like other bad stuff that happens to them too. But I'm going to do my duty watching these Lifetime movies over the span of the next month. Between everything else, it's not just Lifetime movies. But that will count as me watching anything from Lifetime. After December 31st, no more Lifetime movies. I don't care how many they put on Disney Plus. I'm not watching the crime, death, drama, you took my baby kind of stuff. No, I'm done. Just like Sharks. I brought the Sharks back just for like 5 or 6 episodes this season. So we'll burn through the rest of those at some point next year. And we don't do sports, and we don't do anything from Hulu or courtesy of Hulu. No, it's Disney Plus, and I'm trying to not. Oh, I love doing this show. I've been doing it for fun for over 6 years. I've not made any money on it because it's just me fulfilling a thing, because once I start something, I have to finish it. I never thought I'd even get close to making it this far. But 31 days of Christmas. Yes, even after Christmas. Yeah. But hey, we got some new movies. We got one from the Jonas Brothers. We got something from Kevin Costner. Yeah. We got Rachel Ray. We have a new Prep and Landing. We have another Wonderful World of Disney holiday special. I figure I'm going to watch that holiday spectacular anyway, maybe. And I'll talk about that on whatever day I can get that in. Mickey and Minnie have some new songs for us. And yeah, there are also Christmas Wars. But I'm going to leave a surprise for you as to what some of the truly ridiculous names are for the upcoming Lifetime movies. One of them involved something being enchanted, like a cake. I've even grouped them in different ways, like ones that have names of places in them, or jobs, or magic. So either way, we have got a lot to go through over this next month, and we will start January 1st, well actually December 31st, in telling you what our next randomly picked thing is for the next quarter, starting January 1st. So tomorrow, we're going to start it off nice and easy. You can find, I'm going to do something here that is just going to sort of give you an easy, relaxing entryway into the holiday season on December 1st. It's a Monday. It might be stressful. You just got finished with Thanksgiving weekend. You're going to be watching a very Jonas Christmas movie, Yule Log. Yeah, not the movie. No, not the movie. You can watch the movie if you want, but I'm watching that later. We're starting it off with their very own Yule log. Yeah, I've checked. It runs about an hour, and there's a Yule log and maybe some music from them. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. We'll find out. A very Jonas Christmas movie Yule log kicks off our December of Christmas content on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.